Is it different at all, Hydra?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Actually, no.
welcome to the 6th episode of the Open Fort podcast. I know you may see our special guest as a picture, and that's because that's what he will be for this episode. Our special guest today is Darkhydra. Joining us, joining me, Naturesbf, is also Rens and Pheylop, my co-hosts. Hydra, if you don't know him, is a absolutely incredible auto chess and TFT player, and I say that like completely earnestly. And by the way, what's happening with my microphone, my webcam, whatever. He is super good. I believe he was the first master in the West. I'm pretty sure about that. He was definitely the first in Europe. I imagine also means he's the first in the West. Back if you followed him in auto chess during the season where we all played, or the most recent season we all played, which was season 1. He was either first, second, then, and then he played another account and got that in like the first 5 or 6. Like he had of the first like 6 queen accounts, he was like 2 of them. Like he's an incredibly good player. If you don't know him, you should definitely check him out. Hydra, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello guys. I'm doing good.
I'm gonna ask you our 2 questions that I always ask, which is how's streaming been? How's streaming TFT been? How's the climb been? As well as, how did you get your name? How did you get the name Darkhydra?
Basically, the climb was pretty good. I mean, I got first master on US, so yeah.
Yeah.
And about the name, so when I played StarCraft 1, like StarCraft Brood War, a long time ago, I wanted to go by the name Dark Gamer, but then I chose the name. I was like 11, I think.
That's fine.
Then I played with that nickname for like 2 weeks, and then I saw some semi-pro with exactly that name appear on the pro scene. I was kind of sad and thought, fuck.
Oh yeah,
that's my name.
I remember that. I remember someone asking if that was you, and you saying nope. I always think that's. Yeah.
So basically, yeah, and I really like the Hydralisk and StarCraft Brood War as a unit. So I kind of came up with just Darkhydra as a name, and then stuck with it.
Oh.
So yeah, pretty much
cool.
that.
Rens, how's TFT been for you?
Bad.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about it.
Well, I want to hear about it.
My first 2 days were awesome. I had the highest win rate out of everyone. And then, like, the last 2 days were, like, awful, dude. I was Diamond 1, ADLP, and then I just started losing every single game.
Because Assassins got worse because people started playing Morgana?
No, not even that. I just got, like, I think I just tilted all my games away. Like, I lost 1 game, and then I got kind of frustrated, and then I got, like, 5th another time. And I was like, okay. And I got, like, 5th again, and then I was kind of on tilt. So I think I tilted a lot of games after that. I think I hit like Diamond 3 at the bottom, but I'm Diamond 1 again. I tried to change up my playstyle a little bit because I was losing. I was thinking like maybe I'm doing something wrong, you know. So I tried to like do spam level aggro leveling every single game, and that felt really bad as well.
Really?
Yeah, that felt so much more RNG than just.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like I can get 7th or 2nd so easy, but you're almost never getting first. That's what I feel. But yeah, it's been going not that great, but we'll be masters.
We're kind of getting to the point again where like by a certain stage of the game, usually like by like the 4th carousel, almost everyone in the game except like 1 player is like 1 round from dying. Like kind of where we were in DAC, where like everybody's just like, please don't lose this round, please don't lose this round.
Yeah.
Everyone's super low.
Then you just get the Phantom Army or the Ghost Army.
Yeah. Then that happens, and you're like, oh, this seems fair.
I never see that one. I haven't seen a clone. Dude.
In Final 5, I got it 3 times in a row today.
Must be nice.
Seems good, dude.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Pheylop, what about you? How's the climb? How's the stream?
It is like I've been climbing like off stream, but I'm still like learning stuff. I'm like trying to identify my bad habits that I knew that I was have to confront because I knew that ecoing hard was not a like sustainable strategy. Right? Like I talked about this where I was like, I know it's not sustainable. I'm gonna have to relearn the game, and like I feel like I have, but I hate all my lobbies where like 7 out of 8 people are just power leveling every game, and I'm just like everyone's just hard re-rolling before for the first like 3 carousels, and like I'm like if I hit a hit and I'm gonna do okay, and if I don't, I will be so behind and just clawing for top 4, and if I'm 4th, I still lose MMR. Like it's just really frustrating to climb when like I can get 4th literally 20 games in a row. And like some of them might be plus 5 points, some of them might be minus 5 points. And then if I get 1/7, I lose all the MMR I have.
Yep.
And like that's really frustrating. It's like, okay, I spent like a day climbing from like 0 points to like 80 points in Diamond 2, and then like I do poorly in one game, when you just like a Kali waiting room and you just don't hit it, and then you just lose, and I'm like, great, I lost all my points, and then you have to start over, right? It's just kind of like. I feel like the matchmaking is just so frustrating to play with. The meta itself, I actually am kind of okay with. I think it's pretty decent. But overall, frustrating matchmaking has been like annoying for me. But like the climb is still fun, but it's still like challenging when you have to perform way better than average than just like slightly better.
Yeah. That's been
I feel like going from Diamond to Masters is like the Diamond 1 to Masters is like very high rolly though. I think you just have to get a good streak, otherwise you're gonna have to like perform like 80% better than the lobby all the time. So I think it's just reliant on like a few high roll games and then you'll get there.
It feels so much like
yeah.
Yeah, it feels like Hearthstone going for Legend, right? Like you just have to like win like 5 games in a row.
Yeah. Well, Hearthstone, you can at least if you have 51%, you'll get there. If you have a 4.4 average, you won't get there in this, right?
Yeah. You definitely won't. You need like how much do you need? Like 3?
Probably 3.5 would be my guess.
3.2 or something.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. It's pretty rough. Anyway, yeah, that's been my experience as well. I streamed a couple days ago. I had a really good day where I gained like 250 LP in the day. The next day happened, and then I climbed it took like 5 hours to climb 40 LP. And then I got 1/8 place and lost 74 in one game. Like, oh, now I'm negative for the day. Okay. So yeah, that felt terrible. And then today, then last night I played off stream, got like 100 more LP and sitting at D1. And then today I've pretty much been even for the day, just having 0 as a safety net to fall down.
Dude, us 3 are all losers, man. There's so many masters out there.
I know.
All 3 were losers, dude. We're actually just complaining about the ranking system here, like some.
Yeah, I know. Hydra's gonna get master again before we do. Hydra's gonna get it twice.
For sure, dude. I don't think we should complain though. It's what everyone has to go through it. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, that's just how it works when you're like. It's literally like top 30, top 40, whatever. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
It's so dispersed, right? Like what people's MMR is at, and there's so few games. I mean, they could make queues longer, obviously, but we'll get to that later.
I also feel like they're conditioning us to be like top 2 gamers instead of top 4 gamers, and like
I think so too.
I'm such a top 4 gamer. I'm always just like, let me just like grief some people to make sure like they don't top 4, and then, like that like will make it more likely for me to top 4. And then like there's so many times where I'm like got 4th, and then the game ends and I like lost LP. I'm like, damn, that feels bad.
Dude, I never cared about first place in auto chess ever. Like if you looked at like my rate of getting first place, it was so low. I would always just go for like 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Just did not care about first.
Yeah. But don't you have like a top 4 emote? I think you have to change that to like top 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that. Or top 3, dude. Like top 4 is not good anymore. Maybe top 3.
But here's the thing. Once MMR normalizes, won't top 4 be fine again?
Yeah, I mean, if the matchmaking doesn't normalize, it won't, because you still get matched up with lower people.
Yeah, I don't know. They let challenger queues be like 45 minutes in League of Legends, but then for TFT they're just like 1 minute. You got 1 minute, and like you see all of us. It's like the second your queue gets past 1 minute, you just hit escape and you just like re-queue. So I don't know.
I thought that changed depending on the season, right? How long they allowed challenger queues to be. Sometimes it was really like unfair queues, and sometimes it was just really long queues. I think that depended on the season.
Okay.
I think most of us don't really care about waiting like 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
mean-
we all dealt with really long queues in DAC, right? Like, we would
45
Pretty
minutes an
much.
hour.
The lobby simulator.
yeah.
Classic, dude. Classic. And that's why a lot of high streamers they didn't probably. They always played like low games, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Tides, like when he was queen, he just played Rook 5 lobbies because you didn't want to wait. Like it's pretty obvious, right?
Dude, Aerowisps, that guy's a legend.
Yeah, but okay, but he's just a
didn't care at
legend.
all.
Yeah, fucking love Air, dude. So awesome. Doesn't give a fuck, man.
Anyway, let's go into our first topic. Oh, okay, there you go. Twitch Rivals app. Why? Why every time?
It's fine, dude.
Why
It's
every
fine,
time?
dude. It's part of the show, dude.
Yeah, it's part of the show at this point. I don't know why it resets, but it does. Anyway, this is not visible. Okay,
Damn,
so
crit one.
The fuck?
Oh, okay, nice.
So yeah, I have my picture reset. This is not this was going into one of the days. I think this is going into the included the first day. So now this
okay.
is Josh OG won. This is annoying. Josh OG won. Euthanera.
It's annoying that he won.
No. It's not what I said. It's annoying that this picture is the wrong. Is not the one that.
I'm kidding, dude.
I wonder how it
Kidding,
resets. But anyway, do I have it here? No.
This money is really spread out.
Anyway, Crip
This was
was
the first day.
Crip was up there. Yeah. So this is most of these people are actually the people that were there. Actually, I think these are the people that went on to the second day, right? And just would be reorganized, right?
Yeah.
Josh OG is the one who got first. Euthanera, I believe, got third. I think Crip actually may have gotten second. Rackful was also up there in the top 5. So Tides got 8th, I remember.
I think
So-
the Eutheria guy got second, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
second.
think so too, actually.
Okay.
Oh, the Turkish guy. He's Turkish, right?
Dog was saying he played like incredibly well. He was thinking it. He played the best of the tournament. So yeah,
Alright.
I didn't get to watch it very much. I don't know about you guys because I was playing ranked because ranked came out the same day.
Yeah, I think I watched like one game
Yeah,
because I played ranked so much.
yeah.
Hmm.
It was.
What do you think, Hydra? What do you think of it?
Yeah, I heard that Euthanera, this guy that got second, I think, played
Yeah.
like 9 out of 10 games Assassins.
I like
Seems
it.
like a pretty smart guy. He knew what
Yeah,
build was
exactly,
good.
dude.
Josh OG, I think I heard. I didn't watch, but I heard he played every single game as Volibear.
Volibear.
Yeah, the guy Josh OG got first. I heard he played every single game as Volibear. Volibear
Yeah, I
carry.
think he played volleyball Assassin, right?
I don't know.
Volibear
Some games.
assassin, of course, dude. I feel like some games are just not Volibear games.
Yeah, me too. I
I
feel
think-
about every comp.
I think every game could be an assassin game, but I don't think every game could be a brawler. I'm not.
What if you just don't find a collie though? like
Yeah, but I mean, I'm more talking about
item wise.
Let's say I don't really have the item for.
Yeah. Oh, you're cutting out. Is that just me?
But
You're cutting out for me, Rens.
He's cutting
Oh,
out from
yeah.
2.
I think I'm lagging. I can change the server, but
Okay, yeah, I go ahead and do that before we have the same issue as we did last time.
Okay.
Wait, say something? It
Hello?
sounds. Okay,
Hello?
yeah.
Hello?
Okay, good.
that's good.
We're good.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
I think I have to just on this server.
but yeah, I think you're right that the items assassins are way less item dependent. That's why I've been liking Yordles a lot recently, is because any item works on Yordles. Like literally any of them. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I don't know, man.
not a Yordle fan.
I've played actually when I started losing a lot. I actually started playing almost never assassin. That was probably a mistake. I played actually a lot of Yordles,
Yeah.
and I feel like Yordles are like, I don't know, man. They don't have that comeback potential. Like when you're like low on health, it's so hard to. I don't know. It feels really. It feels really bad against demons as well.
Yes, yes.
Oh man.
Demon
There's,
RFC
like, a lot-
volley kind of destroys you.
There's a lot of matchups that are so bad. I think Yordles are like pretty good, but I don't think they're like that great in the meta. But there are probably some games where they're fine, right? But I'm not sure they're not definitely not a top tier comp, right? But they're fine to go.
Yeah, I feel like Yordles are a good comp to get top 4 with, but winning is like really impossible.
I feel like
Since, like there's always someone playing Rapid Fire and Volibear,
the
at least one guy.
the 3 Yordle 4 demon comp does better. I mean, obviously it's less reliant on the opponent not having an RFC, right?
Yeah, but then you're not playing
Yeah.
Yordle.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if a 3 Yordle comp is a Yordle comp.
I
necessarily.
know,
It's not a
I
Yordle
know,
comp,
I
dude.
know, I know. It's really like
3 assassin
demon.
comp is also
It's
not
demon
assassin.
sorks, right? As we should be calling it, I guess. Demon sorks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. The Yordle comp is like so punishing. I've taken so much random damage in the mid game from Yordle comps. It's like
Yeah, they
fucking
spike
so
hard.
miserable. I'm like, oh, that's 22. Just like, I don't know. The way it happens is so weird because like
If
I'm
you-
like,
yeah.
I don't have the items ready yet, so like, you can't really punish them sometimes, and then they just like, well, you can't kill any units, and so you just take the full damage. I'm like, okay, thanks, that's fine. So like, I see why like when it's good, it's like it's more like a punishing comp to make sure that other people like don't survive as long as you, so you can like sneak into like third or fourth. But I think that's like what I would use it for. I wouldn't go Yordles by choice.
man,
like-
I go Yordles by choice a lot.
That's interesting.
But I I still try to play in the way that like I keep my options open and then whatever I find the most of I go for. I hate the idea of forcing things. I know Hydra's totally fine forcing every
Yeah,
single
sure,
game,
mate.
but
Well, I don't think it's like forcing. Right? It's just you go for it. There's a difference between forcing and just trying to go for comp.
Yeah, just like to commit early. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
I was more
Wait, what's the
referencing
difference between going for
I was
and
referencing
forcing?
Hydra's Knight account, like
Well,
Knight only account.
forcing is just literally before the game starts, always picking, going.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, I did it
Just
some
going
games
for it
with
is just
Assassin.
taking all the assassins, taking all the ninjas, in the meantime, right, while the round's over, and then you try to build a comp there.
Oh, to me, those are like very similar concepts because, like, even if I'm
Okay.
forcing assassins, I'll still play other 2-stars while I'm waiting. Like my bench will be like 2 Zeds, 2 Shens, and a Kennen, and then my board will be like Darius 2, Garen 2, and then Nobles or something, right?
Right.
Like that's kind of
Yeah.
how.
Yeah, I
it
would
works
agree.
in those
I would
games.
agree. I think they're very
So
very
you have
similar.
forcing.
Like that, I still consider a force. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm selecting the assassin ninja units over other units to hold on my bench, right? So like that's like the long term game plan. It just doesn't matter how I get to the end game plan, but like I have to find a way to survive, and while being able to like go towards the goal that I have set for myself before the game started, right? Right. So to me, it's still forcing, I guess.
Or like hire onto something else, then you'll go for that, right? You
Yeah,
just sell the
exactly.
ninjas.
Hydra, what have you been playing recently? I know we're actually not at the meta discussion yet, but still, what have you been playing recently? Because we're kind of talking about
I've
it.
been like playing on NA, trying out some builds, played some Yordles, played some 3 sorcerers comps, tried some nobles,
So you're mostly
and of course some assassins.
so you're testing a lot in NA. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But I won also a lot of those kind of builds.
Yeah.
And I lost today, like the early games today,
Did-
like
did-
the first 3 games, and I just played assassins again. I won like 3 games in a row.
Did you win with
Just
nobles?
to get some LP. Yeah, I also won with Yordles, my last game.
No, with nobles.
With nobles.
I think,
Depends, I won like 2 games on NA with it, but
Okay.
I also have some bad experience with it.
God, I've had such bad
Sometimes
experience with
yeah,
nobles.
just lose.
I had nobles on level 6 the other day. I lost horribly. They're like a bunch of level 1s though.
Yeah, I like playing Aatrox and nobles.
Hmm.
Aatrox is pretty good.
Dude,
Some
Aatrox
carry
is
items.
such a good
Yeah,
unit.
just a
dude.
good
Holy
unit.
moly.
Yeah.
Just the
love
game
it.
revolves about the 3 cost, man. Cannon,
Yes.
Morgana, Aatrox, like they're so insane.
Yeah.
They're like better than most 4 cost units.
Kennen's like the best unit in the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. The thing is, like, that's their Yordles as well, right? Then you want to go Yordles, but then you need Cannon. You know how contested that unit is? Jesus Christ.
I've actually died to Kennen waiting room like twice.
Yeah.
When I had like Akali 2, I can't find a Kennen.
Yeah, mine was Shen. 2 games in a row, I had like all the ninjas except Shen. I never found a Shen the whole game. Or actually, one game I never found a Shen the whole game. The other game I found a Shen like the round where I died. Just couldn't
At
do
least you found it.
it. Yeah.
Hydra, have you noticed any differences between EU and NA?
Actually, no. They all just force assassins or brawlers.
Yeah, it's
literally the
it's
same.
always the case, man. The regions are always so similar, even though people like to act like they're different.
Like when I
Really?
started playing on NA, like there was like 6 players in the lobby going assassins every game. It was
They're
pretty
smart.
sad. Smart, yes.
Yeah, very. Dude, I don't know, man. Pheylop came into my chat and said EU was worse, man.
No, that's
Dude,
not what I
goddamn.
said. I said
Dude,
that
you
you guys
said
had
that,
more
dude.
players, so it's easier to climb at that home time.
Oh, right.
Wait, do you
Okay,
think
okay.
that's not true? I don't know. I think that's true. When there's more players at a skill level, it's easier for people to climb than when there are less players at that skill level.
Oh.
You can't queue properly.
Okay. I don't
That's
know.
what I was trying to say.
I think you were calling out my win rate and like.
Yeah. I was saying it was
That
easier to
was-
climb because there was more players in your like. So if there are a lot of players in a bracket, it's less likely that they're all as good as you, right? Just like how like when like the Chinese had all those queens and we were all like high rook, we were better than most of their queens, right? That's
Yeah,
all.
I mean, you're right.
I'm gonna enjoy this week by week as the Rens versus Pheylop banter heats up. This is getting good. This is getting good.
Oh, dude, I am so bad at TFT right now. So Ren's is much better than me right now at TFT.
It's not even
Yeah.
funny. I'm not even gonna try anymore. Dude, I'm bad as well, man. Like we're all bad. Yeah.
Except Hydra. Hydra's just
We
I'm
need
also
our
bad.
guests to be the good players, man. Like,
Hydra can't be bad, man. Hydra's just always good.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
Hydra
bet.
has like half our games played and is master with 45% win rate, right? Like,
so yeah, I'm actually kind of wondering, Hydra, why do you think you are better than other good players? So why do you get first in,
actually don't
in
consider
DSC
better
and
than other
TFT?
players.
Yeah, but why do you get both first? There's no way. There's like a coincidence.
Are you hacking?
No idea.
No, then but what do you think you do different? That's what I'm
Yes, I'm
thinking.
just
What
good
do
at forcing comms,
Okay.
yeah, forced a lot of comms and worked out for me. Like, I feel like when I watch someone play assassins, tend to see a lot of mistakes.
Okay. Like what?
Yeah. Like positioning, maybe. Also the way they manage their goals, pretty important. I feel like. Like I feel like some people just like level aggressively and roll down every round,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not a huge fan of that playstyle.
Yeah, me.
Like I
neither.
usually
Are you
try to
pretty-
stay around 30 gold.
Are you pretty econ focused?
Depends on the game. If I have an
Well,
early win
yeah,
streak,
yeah, yeah.
I think I level aggressively. If I have a bad start, I usually don't level.
Yeah, that's what
Probably
I've been doing.
lose streak 2 cracks and then start winning a bit.
Yeah.
Like, but I only reroll at level 6. So I never reroll before level 6.
Wait, never?
Nope,
Yeah,
never.
me neither.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's insane to me. I reroll before 6 like almost every game.
Oh, why? When?
I'll reroll like on round 2 too, dude. Like just to get pairs completed.
It's really
Whoa,
crazy
really?
because
Yeah.
I didn't do that either. And then like I would look around my lobbies and like everyone's just fucking re-rolling. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then like if I have like 4 pairs, I just re-roll 2 now. And I'm like, it's so hard to like catch back up, right? So like I just want to be as strong or stronger than everyone else. And if everyone's doing that, and it's like, and econ isn't like a reliable way to win the game. I just have to do the same thing as them, otherwise I will die.
Yeah, I reroll on 2-2 a lot. I reroll on 2-3 a lot. I reroll on 2-4 a lot.
I feel like rerolling before level 6 feels so bad though, since you
Yeah.
don't get the focused units.
Yeah,
Most
that's
of
that,
the
I mean that's true. I just feel like I always feel like I need the power, and I feel like even the only way I feel comfortable just going for eco is by having pirates, and I still want to spend gold because I have extra gold. It's the only time I feel comfortable. Like I had a game the other day where I think it was after Krug is at like 42 health. And I'm just like, oh,
Damn,
I
that's
wish I
not-
rerolled. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like
Oh yeah.
it's such a balance, right? It's all about balance, and like I I think 80% of the people on NA will just like find a way to level up for like the first round. So like you just have to keep in mind like what everyone is doing in the lobby. And like there are lobbies where you don't have to level up on the first round. You know, you'll have like 2 level 2s and you'll look around and you'll be like, okay, fine, whatever. And like, you don't have to sell like all your pairs and like find a way to level up. But it definitely feels like everyone's like in the mode of like straight aggression. Like we have to be aggro, we have to be always as strong as we can.
Right.
And you're like Hafu's on stream being like, every round I just want to be as strong as I can, so I just roll every round.
Yeah, Hafu's
And you know
incredibly
the
aggressive now.
12,000 players watching her are all like, every round I have to be as strong as I can be, and I have to roll down. So like then you like that affects like the entire meta game when like the big streamers are like, just go for it, be as strong as you can be all the time, guys. And I'm like, please don't be as strong as you can all the time. It restricts everyone's ability to play the game. But then that's just the meta for a while. And then
Well, yeah, but okay. The thing is if everyone like if that's what everyone ends up doing, that probably means it's better than ecoing, right? If that actually ends up being that everyone's forced to do that. Like it used to be, okay, it used to be in auto chess, right? One of the best times to open fort was when everybody is playing aggressive. If everyone's playing aggressive, yeah, you take a bunch of damage, but you get way stronger and you always get to win later. Like you can like guarantee you'll have a big win streak later in the game, right? Because they're all fighting each other, they're all investing a bunch of money. In this game, it's not like that at all.
You can't survive. You can't survive. Like
Yeah, take too much damage.
you just end up being like, I have 2 turns of full eco, and then you're forced to go in, and you're
Yeah.
still like possibly one hit, and it's just like it's so shitty that you spent so much time building up this economy only to have it fully functional for like a turn and a half.
Yeah, that's why I just play aggressive. Like, I usually don't get interest before Krugs.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I think I have at Crux at least 20 gold every game.
I like it.
Wow. Okay. So maybe we're doing something wrong.
And maybe
Yeah.
it's because I'm win streaking though.
It's
Usually
funny.
I have like at least 20 gold.
And NA meta went from super greedy to super aggro. I like.
I think so too.
Dude, they all switched around, dude. They were like, fuck it, this is not DAC anymore. We're just gonna spend all our money.
I was very sad to see that happen.
I
I mean,
mean-
I try to have 10 gold on going into Krugs, is what I
Yeah.
would say.
I'll have 10 like on Krugs. Like I'll
I'm happy
yeah.
if I have 10 gold before the first carousel, at the second one rather.
Oh, I like never sell on 2-3. I always just max out my bench on 2-3. Sometimes I will. Like if I'm sure I'm gonna be weak, then I'll go to 10. But interesting.
Is that super dangerous though? If you're like super weak and you make sure you go 10, then you're like definitely don't level things up and you definitely take more damage. I don't know. It's so
Depends
weird.
on the game
Yeah, yeah, it depends. Like sometimes oftentimes I'll go to 10 with pirates on 2-3, because I know I'm just gonna be losing more rounds anyway.
No, I don't like pirates while loose streaking. I feel like I take too much damage then.
What do you?
I'd rather play pirates if I have a good gunslinger start and
Interesting.
have like a chance to win at least.
Interesting. I had a game today where I had pirates and I just like I got a smash on the first carousel. I was like, well, I'm gonna go for Force of Nature, even though I don't like Force of Nature as an item. I'm just gonna go for it to try to stop bleeding as much as I can. That's how I viewed Force of Nature recently. It's like I've been taking it a lot more than I was last week because I need immediate power, like over and over and over and over. I can't wait to combine it a lot of the time, even though I want to use it for like Blade Masters or for Assassins or for Demon or whatever. I feel like I haven't been able to have the luxury of choosing recently.
Have you found it super awkward to play gunslingers because of power leveling?
Yes. I mean, there's
Me,
some times where I
usually
won't
play
do it.
gunslingers
But...
into assassins.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You got that pie going, dude.
Yeah.
There
Pretty
are
early Akali.
there are times
Yeah,
I'll...
some-
Sorry, go ahead.
Go for it. Okay. Well, I mean, you pick up all the sets and then just sell the gunslinger. I didn't want to say anything important.
There are times I'll do it, Pheylop, and then I'll like if I have like a really nice gunslinger start, I just won't be leveling, and that's fine. But I'll probably be rerolling a lot more, honestly. Like instead of using the money on leveling, I'll be rerolling, just like even before Krugs. Like I just want to be winching at that point, and I want more one cost.
It's just so hit or miss because like you start rolling, you're like you have to hit the level 3 Graves or Tristana, right? Like You can't just
Yeah.
get close. Like getting close does nothing. Like you're just full committed.
Yeah.
You know, and it seems bad to me. Like I definitely like to do early gunslinger start and then transition out of it also. But like I don't know how many Graves I would need or how many Tristans I would need to actually be like, all right, we're actually just a hard commit to playing some gunslingers this game. But I feel like the number is like 6. So
Now you can actually transition from gunslingers to like Blade Master Demons or something because of Aatrox.
yeah,
That's like pretty cool. Aatrox is so OP that it actually
I
makes
feel like Aatrox is really contested at the moment. Like
Yeah.
everyone seems to be playing him now.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if you get him right, like you can definitely try to go for him when you play gunslingers and just sell
Yeah,
the
that's true.
gunslingers later.
Honestly, if you do have a Triss 3 and get made Blade Master, it's like make her a Blade Master eventually. She's a ridiculous hyper carry in late game, like ridiculous. If it's like Curse Blade and then like Blade of the Ruin King and then Infinity Edge, Blade of the Ruin King being the Blade Master item, like she's actually insane. Obviously that relies on you actually going for like rerolls for Triss 3, but I don't know. It's I think she's an insane hyper carry if you can get to that point.
Let's talk about the tournament.
Yeah. Well, we were all playing ranked
I
as
mean, we
thing,
don't
but
have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's up there.
expectations didn't go where I thought they would at all. Like, I don't think Hafu made it to the second day, right? Like that very much surprised me.
I mean she number of the beasted the first 3 games and then went straight 666. So that did not go super well for her. She managed to pull off 2 seconds afterwards, I think.
I think
but
a lot of like less experienced players had a lot of coaches, right? That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, I
was
think so too.
Everyone had a coach.
I was surprised that was allowed.
I mean, yeah, even Crip at the first day he went to the second day without a coach, but the second day hyped the coach, and I think he got a pretty decent placement because of it. But I mean, he did it without a coach the first day though, so it's still very impressive. I watched some Crip stream with hyped. Really fun.
Huh. Oh. I wonder that
Yeah,
that was
I don't know,
allowed. That just
I don't know
doesn't
what to
seem
think
that
of it.
doesn't seem like a tournament kind of thing, but
I mean, is Twitch Rivals a tournament kind of thing? It's more like a publicity kind of thing, right? So it's
Yeah.
marketing. It's
yeah,
mostly
that's
marketing.
true. That's true.
And it does a good job of marketing. All of those streamers have a lot of viewers, so like it gets the game out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're really playing League of Legends and not knowing what TFT is at this point, but like obviously more advertising is still good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we we talked about a lot of the tournament during that tournament segment. That was good. Talk a little bit about this. So Hydra, you managed to reach Master. Did you just never get bottom 4? Because I feel like if you were getting bottom 4, especially when you were getting it, you would just lose all your LP every single time, even for like 5th place.
Yeah, I think I got top 4 on like at least 90% of my games.
Yeah.
Maybe even more.
What
Or I
were
got some 6th place finishes, but that's a rare occurrence.
what were your queue times?
Like 1 minute.
See, that they just should be longer, right? Like
I mean, I lost LP for 3rd place.
you also be
sometimes.
third. I got 0. I've gotten 0 for 3rd. I haven't gotten negative for 3rd yet. Man, that just. I think it's because we're competitive players that we care more about that. I mean there's a lot of people that would be upset with longer queue times, right? But it also should affect the lower ranks less, right? If they made it more restrictive, like because they have enough people playing, right?
Yeah, but I was already scared for this though. Like people were complaining in DSC that we didn't have a matchmaking, and I felt like for competitive players, what we had was perfect, in my opinion. Like you had to wait a long time, but you get always good game. You can choose your games. You can choose the rank.
Really
And
sucked
I
at stream
was-
though.
Yeah, of course. But then you can
Waiting
play
times
lower
not too
games
long.
if you want to. You can always play lower games as a streamer.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you'll have these games, right? You can choose to wait long and play good games, or no, don't wait long and play like low game.
Yeah.
With the matchmaking, I was already afraid that it's gonna be like kind of a downgrade from DSC, at least for me, like in the experience of playing the game. But yeah, I think we just have to deal with it. maybe it will be better later on.
I think like this is a first like everyone saw this problem coming. I don't think people expected it to be so prevalent in Diamond 2. But it's like the first couple weeks or first week of rank. So like that's kind of makes sense. Like if people see challenger players in MMR like lose a lot of MMR when they lose games in League, but that's more binary because you're either winning or losing. In this game, it's like so spread out that like if you get third and like you're not getting any LP in a game with 8 people, it just feels really fucking bad.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, because it feels like when you're in the game, it feels like an accomplishment to get third, right? And then you get out of the game, you're like, nope, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, the first time I was super excited to get fourth, and then lost LP. I was just like, is it time to Smurf already? Like, I was like, should I just wait for people to catch up to this? So like, I'm playing reasonable games, and it was funny, right? For the first few days, like you'd be like silver 2, and like it'd be like all the other like pro players or like good players, and you're like, okay, like I was competing with the best to climb to gold, and the same thing happened with plat, and the same thing happened with diamond. And it's interesting to see. I expect more people to be Diamond 2 than there are by now. So it's kind of weird. You still have some LP left though in this picture. That's nice.
Yeah.
Did you get? Was it a 7th or 8th place?
This is an 8th. This is an 8th.
Alright. Yeah, I got 8th yesterday. I think I lost 75 as well. Oh, it's so
brutal, dude.
It's so annoying. You get second, they get like 17 or something, and then you 8th. And
yeah,
feels bad, dude.
But there's one thing about the matchmaking system,
just play good.
The rank system, that bothers me, but it's also really nice with the issues going on, and that's the fact that you go down to 0 and then have to lose again to demote. It doesn't make any sense. Like that. Like you don't like. If you win a game at 99 LP, you don't go to 0. You don't go to the next rank at 0, or like you don't have to like go to 100 and then win. You get the LP that you left over. But if you lose at 1 LP, you just go down to 0. That doesn't make.
Don't you have hidden?
Yeah,
hidden
LP
MMR,
isn't your MMR.
Yeah, you have hidden MMR, right?
It's just a guideline, right?
So it's not that impactful, but it still doesn't feel like logical, and I would have to completely understand how the rank system work in terms of how much LP you get depending on your MMR. But like my immediate thought is, does the MMR average per rank go up over time because of this? Like it's like kind of like LP inflation because you have effectively people not losing LP for games, right? Well, everyone gains LP for games. Like it's lopsided in that way. So I would imagine that over time, the MMR, like say Diamond 5, which I think it is 2200, or Diamond 4, sorry, 2200. I'd imagine like over time it becomes 2000. I don't know. I was wondering about that. I don't know if that's the case, or maybe I'm just completely misguided on that, but it seemed odd to me that was the design choice. Because in regular league, it's not like that because you have promotional series. So if you win at 99, you're effectively wasting a win. So.
But it still affects your MMR.
Yeah, it still affects your MMR.
It shouldn't matter for the brackets. It's just like you'll just get less points for a while for when you win games. Like it shouldn't affect how the brackets are set. Like the average Diamond 4 player should still be 2200.
But it affects everyone, right? It's not It's not just you getting affected. It's everyone gets affected collectively, right? Mm-hmm. Because you're right that if it's just me, then yeah, I'm just gonna have that LP those gains will normalize over a certain amount of time. But if it's everyone, then that doesn't. It just moves the whole. It moves everyone up, right? It moves the whole community up. I think. Am I wrong with that?
No, that's not how the numbers work for this.
Or is there a number? Is there an MMR number that is set to Diamond 4? Like is 2200?
Yeah, that's how it works. It's 2200 is the set. So like that'll be what the number is. So like when you're playing, you could be Diamond 4 and your MMR could be lower than that number, but you'll get less than everyone else and you'll lose more. If your MMR is less, the rewards that you receive and the punishment you receive will be according to that. And then you can more easily fall out of Diamond 4 when you lose.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So like you'll be like a like that's why people are hard stuck Diamond 4, right? Like they'll get like 2 LP for winning a game, and then when they lose, they'll lose like 30 LP, and they just have a really hard time climbing because you can't drop out of Diamond 4 as far as regular League of Legends.
Oh, it's regular.
Like in regular, that's how it works, right? Like you just like you'll get to the point where your MMR is so low, but you can't drop out. But this is how it was a couple seasons ago. Then they made it so you could drop out if you were egregiously below it.
Right. Yeah.
That way that you could actually start climbing again, because you would be at the point where you're getting 4 points for a win and losing 30 points for a loss.
Man,
So like,
if only that was the way it was in TFT, that would suck, man. if only you would lose way more than you won, huh? How weird would that? That would suck.
But the problem is in that situation, it was an MMR thing and not a rank thing. Like in our games, we're like, all right, we're playing a bunch of like gold 1s and plat 4s. Like it makes sense that you lose a bunch. In those games, it'd be everyone's Diamond 4, and you would get 3 points or lose 30 points. And you'd be like, I guess my MMR is super fucking low for Diamond 4. So that's how you would know. So I think it doesn't affect the actual bracket over time.
Okay.
It affects you as the individual. That's what it does. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah, is there so okay. What queue times would you guys be comfortable with? Or do you like it how it is and you'd prefer it to stay short? We didn't really actually ask them before, but the consensus has been usually away from that. They were asking on Twitter today what people's issues were with the rank system currently, so I'm curious.
7.5 minutes.
Is that specific? That's the number?
I'd be happy to wait for 7.5 minutes for
Okay.
a balance game.
Okay.
I think I'm fine with 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah,
7.
sounds about right. Okay.
Yeah, I think I have the same.
It's like, yeah, makes sense. We'd be wanting, 15 minutes for a game. That seems a bit,
That's a bit too much.
Yeah. We're going to DAC at that point.
That's exactly. Like, the EC was not perfect. Like, 30 minutes is not fun.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Yeah, 5-10 minute queues, totally fine.
I mean, this is the upper end, right? Like when it finds the right lobby for you before, it'll still just pop the queue. So like, but like you should give the game more than a minute to find an appropriate queue for you before it's like, hi, I'm Gold 4. What's your rank? I'm like Diamond 2. God damn it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because those gold players will always, their reaction is always this. Oh shit, this sucks. I'm with all these like diamond players. I'm like, no, you're in the best position, sir. You're in the best position where you have
Exactly,
very
dude.
little
Yeah.
and infinity to gain. So,
All right. Well, moving on. New patch tomorrow. This is only some of the changes. Oh god, it's like covering what?
God damn, dude.
Yeah, I know.
One
I
time,
know.
dude.
I
One time.
know, man. Listen, believe me, I know.
It's okay, dude.
the crit damage formula got changed. Interesting.
So yeah,
Ooh, void champ steal true damage. I didn't actually read these patch notes, I guess.
yeah. Some of
Nice
these,
preparation.
some of these are, some of these are these are all in the PBE currently, right? This is what, from what I understand, these are all currently in the PBE. There's also other changes that are on this list that are either not the PBE anymore or they're still on there, but they weren't on this list of PBE notes for whatever reason. For example, Mordekaiser got a small damage buff, like 75 damage on his level 2 ult.
Mordecai is a pop.
Yeah, yeah. Now he's insane.
God damn, he's so bad.
He's so bad. What else? Oh yeah, so this is on the PBE, but I have been told that Kali is getting nerfed. It's just not on here yet, but it's not on PBE yet. But she is gonna get nerfed tomorrow. That's happening. Volibear, his chain hits one less target now.
Alright, doesn't really matter, I think.
Really? I think it's a pretty big change.
I mean, it's a big change, but I think he'd still be very strong.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's like a nerf where he deletes the character.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the major things. So there's one thing. Oh yeah, and Yordles are now 3860 instead of 2560. So
Polgers.
and a small Poppy buff, a small Tristana nerf. There's a few things, but which I don't know. Poppy does not need a buff, but
I mean, she's not that great. She's
yeah,
okay,
she I think she's the right power level for 3-cost unit.
Yeah, the other ones are just too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a Poppy problem, man. Leave Poppy alone.
So I had to kind of complain and give feedback about one thing though that I noticed in these patch notes. Sorcerer tier 1 buffed to 45% spell amp. Yordle 3 is buffed to 30%. A single ninja is buffed to 70%. There's a trend here, and that's that the Sork demon comp. It's literally 3 buffs to that comp, and they're nerfing the 2 other like really good comps people play right now. Except gunslingers. So like I'd say there's the 4 main comps right now. It's like that one, gunslingers, brawlers, and assassins, right? So they're giving 3 buffs to the comp and then nerfing to the others. So I had to be like, I think you should probably take a look at that. And they said that they would. They said they would see what I was told that they would see what they can do. Because I was like, that would be an issue. Because think about right now how insane it would be just to like the Ninja 1 buff in particular. Think about how insane just hitting a Z2 is, right? If you have that in an early game with 70%.
Not just run a cannon in every comp now.
What about a cannon to them?
Yeah, that too.
Dude,
That's
Jesus.
like a nerf, right?
Yeah.
It's incentivizing people just to play. Like that. I guess the nerf is that it makes ninjas more contested in every comp.
They
So
gotta
that-
nerf
Yeah.
cannon.
So everyone wants
Need
one
to nerf
ninja.
cannon.
I have to nerf cannon, and there's no way. There's otherwise no way.
I like this noble buff. It's what we wanted for goblins in the DAC forever.
You wanted that? I didn't want that
Nobles-
for goblins.
Nobles might be good now.
I wanted that for
Nobles
goblins.
actually be good, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Yeah, I don't know if I wanted it for
You
goblins.
Still don't have any damage.
Yeah, that's the issue is that the units are really bad.
No damage.
Well, Fiora is not that bad anymore, but
Yeah, but she doesn't do anything.
So void it makes so only void champs do true damage. Right?
yes.
But
They
the void
removed
champs
the
are
armor.
no
They removed the armor reduction completely from void.
But they don't do any damage anyway, except for Kazakhs.
The Khazadin is an assassin.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you cast an assassin. Okay,
Exactly.
okay. Cho'Gath ult does some damage though. Cho'Gath ult does some damage. Make that true damage? Come on. Give him
I mean,
umbrellas.
Morales is already true damage.
I know.
Also
I
the
know.
spells.
Yeah. I think all their damage is gonna be true damage. Yeah.
Dope.
I mean, it's just weird. Like, I'm like reading it. I'm like, I still don't give a fuck about playing Rek'Sai for this like bonus.
Dude,
Like,
are there 6 shapeshifters in the game?
No, I think they will add
There's 5.
Okay.
There's 5.
This PB. Yeah, okay.
there's 5.
What was I thinking? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna be on the tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they also increased gunslingers to 6, blade masters to 9, which you actually get 9 blade masters. And they increased one other one, I think. I forgot what the other one was. So it looks
This isn't for live tomorrow though. This is the current PBE. Like,
right.
it's
This
just
is what's a
hit, right?
PBE. All right.
Oh, well, you can still.
So, oh yeah. Also, this dragon nerf I think is really good. I think dragons like the fact that they just like completely destroy certain comps with nothing you could do about it. Like you just win against a dragon comp, you're like, oh, I'm dead. That felt bad. I'm very happy it's 83 instead of 100.
Dragons are so bad though.
Yeah, I feel like Azul is so bad at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they don't. I don't think they need a nerf, but I hate that that's how they play. Is that they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
destroy one
Yeah,
comp
for
and like that's it.
That's true, for sure.
Do you think this wild buff matters?
No.
It's interesting because they got nerfed from 8 to 7%, and then now they're buffing it to 10%. But
Went from 8 to 7 to 8. It's 8 right now on live.
and that wasn't enough to affect it. I don't know. Like there has to be a number where like you see the results and you're like, ooh, like this is good. I
Yeah.
just don't actually know if 10 is that number.
Yeah. When does Nidalee become actually a viable like carry?
I think it's just the wilds are too slow, probably for like doing damage.
That's what I'm saying. It
Uh,
has to be Nidalee, right? Like The issue is like you can't find Gnar 2. That's the issue with Wilds is Gnar 1 is
you also
pretty
be
bad.
surprised. Like, I don't know, Rengar slaps the shit out of things.
You like Rengar? I hate
He's
you.
Rengar's
The
one of the
worst
worst
unit in the
units.
game.
Yeah, I
I mean,
despise
I don't like
Rengar.
Rengar, but I'm saying, like, at some
Jesus.
point, if you give it enough attack speed, like, it doesn't do nothing.
Yeah, you can
I
make
don't know.
Rek'Sai baller as well. You can get
Yeah.
all the
Alright,
items in the
Oh,
world.
more
to
to
be
be
fair,
some items.
To be fair, I think I actually do like Rengar more than like Eve in the assassin comp if I don't have demons. So I don't know.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
God, I hate
it's just
Rengar.
it's just really easy to get.
Wait, that's not what you're saying though. That's two different things you're saying.
Well, if you prefer one over the other, there's like reasons you prefer it, right? Like it's just like easier to get. Like there's like Eve is a demon, so people actually buy it, and Rengar
No.
like no one buys.
but
so
you have an Eve 2 and a Rengar 2. What are you using?
probably the Eve too. Never mind.
Okay, thank you.
It's fine, dude. It's fine, dude. Your turn.
I mean, I played
Oh,
Rengar
pause.
through
It's right
today.
out
I'm gonna be
there.
honest. I played
Pause.
Rengar through today. I was like watching it. I'm like highest DPS every round. I'm like this is pretty fun.
Damn, he just
It was
dies.
not good. Yeah, he
He just
it
always
wasn't great.
dies. Does nothing.
But I do think he's a good early game carry. To be honest, I think if you get an early Rengar 2, it's definitely worth playing and spending the 9 gold on. I would
yeah,
play it.
yeah, I do that
I
as well.
never pick up Rengar.
Never?
He's so bad.
What about
Yeah,
as
me
like
neither.
your 6th assassin? Like you just need to have an assassin.
Yeah, you.
Come
And
on.
then maybe I play
Yeah.
him for like one round.
Exactly.
The Rengar one.
Even Katarina's better.
I was told multiple times that like it wasn't bad to build RFC Rengar, and I did it, and it was bad.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I kept
Yeah.
getting told it's actually pretty good. No. it
All right,
wasn't.
all right. To be fair, RFC Rengar kept showing up on like people's streams, and like they just kept building it. And I thought it was like a normal thing
That's
to do.
probably
too.
why. Is on people
The
streams are
hell?
like, oh wow, that looks good. No, it wasn't good.
Dude, poor Zed, dude. Sitting there without an RC.
I know.
It's like looking at the Rengar dying with an RC. Like, god damn, dude, what are you doing?
Have you tried having a ninja buff? Jeez. Like, So yeah, the thing. Oh yeah. Okay. What do you guys think? Like, does ninjas going from 80 to 70 make enough of a difference?
Well, it's the nerf Akali, probably.
Yeah, the Akali happening, but I don't know.
And the
Like,
cannon nerf.
no,
Yeah,
no
we need to
cannon
look
nerf
at it as
to my knowledge. No cannon nerf to my knowledge.
I think already assassins aren't. Like, I mean, they're probably still the best ninjas. I think a lot of other comps have become viable in the
Yes,
last couple of
yes.
days, so I don't think they're that strong anymore. They probably still need a nerf.
I think volley
Of
is
course, but-
like number one, pretty solidly, right? Volley comps.
I
I prefer assassins.
don't
Really?
know, volley needs items, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
What you gonna do without a bow? Like,
Yeah. If you don't have red buff or
Red
rapid
buff?
fire, it's kind of like.
oh, you
I
don't.
mean,
need a bow.
I think Volibear is so much better with red buff. So.
I'll take demon over red buff every time, pretty much.
Dude, I think demon and shrink or something.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. Interesting.
Oh,
I
I
don't-
think I definitely have less shrink raise on bear than red buffs. Maybe that's not right.
Yeah, I think so too. Like
I
for me.
mean, you're using your bows on other stuff, so you probably have more red buffs. Yeah.
But Hydra, would you go red buff over shrink on bear?
Like if I have the option, probably not though. I think shrink is better in general.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good.
I like shrink. Yeah. I like red buff on volley. It's just not. It's definitely not something that I
Yeah.
like think of as being like
For sure.
the core items on him. Like, I don't know.
I'd rather have like disarm. That's even better on red buff, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like
Hush
you
if
can
you're
use
against
so many
demons.
items in volley better.
Hush.
It always feels like there's not enough slots.
Yeah.
I'm always like, ooh, I can do this. Ooh,
Can I
can do
get
this,
6
you know?
slots like DAC again? Like, have
Yeah.
Hush, Disarm, and Demon, and Shrink, and RFC, and Phantom Dancer, and Red Buff. Like,
Oh, we actually went to 7 there.
and more Mogs, and
yeah. Just put all the items, right?
Double
But-
Negatron, yeah.
But yeah, maybe I don't know. I've always liked the red buff, and
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
I always feel like there has to be something in your comp that stops healing. So I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah, most of the time end up with red buff as well. Like I'm not going for 3 bows
Yeah.
most of my games.
We all agree this noble change is really good for nobles. They actually become viable though.
Yeah. Yeah,
With items, probably. With damage items, probably.
get that Lucian going.
Yeah,
But
the Lucian
they still
carry.
have the techies problem. You have to find Kale.
Yeah.
I feel like you can play Blade Masters in the mid game, like 3 Blade Masters with Aatrox, Fiora, then
Okay.
like Shenop Draven. It's not too bad.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, I literally did that today.
But you still need like level 8 kind of reliable to get a legendary, and that's not always gonna happen if you don't have the noble buff.
Yeah, and
I don't
you're-
see how you survive to level 8
Yeah, you're,
without.
s-
Yeah, sometimes you have to transition out of it, I feel like.
you're running a
Yeah.
lot of bad units. You're running. You have Garen. I mean, you're not gonna be running the Vayne and Garen like necessarily, but like at a certain point, your bench is gonna be ruined, right?
I mean, I think we have to talk about it less as something that you're always going for, than at least it's a viable option that's there for you to go towards.
Right.
You know, like it's like, oh, I found the Kale, I can actually go nobles without being like, I found the Kale, I still don't know if I want to go nobles. You know, like now it's more like an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think nobles were already like they're decent against assassins, right?
Mhm.
They're not bad.
How much is ADMR? Anyone know what
It's
what
just
percent
that-
damage reduction that is? Any idea?
No clue.
Because I know 80 armor is 80% effective health against physical damage. That's what that is. But I have no idea what the ADMR translates to.
So, 100 magic resistance is 50% reduction.
Okay, so like 40%. I don't know if that's, it might not be exact 40%, but like 40%.
25 magic resistance is 20% reduction though.
So it's over 40. Okay.
Yeah, well, all right. There's like a.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's probably even better early game, right?
Dude, it's gonna be so fun to play Yordles against nobles. Everyone will be alive, and everyone will take 20 damage. Both.
Well,
It'll just be a tie.
You gotta throw this. You gotta throw the 6 knights in there as well.
6 nights.
I actually did that recently in one game. It was pretty.
Just
sweet.
add 4 rangers to it as well. You know what?
6 knights for Rangers.
Yeah. I was playing.
Jesus, like
Wait, I was playing a 6 knight comp that had like there's like 6 knights and like a Draven, and I was like, I actually
I'm not
won that
surprised.
game, and I was like, that was weired.
That's-
It was just so weird.
I watched Dog do that. It was really 6 knights, 4 Imperials. he had I actually think he had 7 knights. I think he had 3 knights vows, like 3 of the knight make a knight items.
Oh.
He got 2 of them, and then he got
Not
another
bad.
one from the Infernal Drake.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think I see. I've done that. I've also done like that comp with the Draven, and then like Ashe and Kindred, and I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know. Like, it feels so weird when you end up in a spot like that, but it didn't actually feel like a terrible comp. And like the early game is like so derpy when you have 4 knights. Like, you just like every fight lasts forever. It's pretty fun. Not something I would pursue, but not unplayable.
They're buffing 4 knight to 70, by the way, instead of 60.
Ooh.
Which
Oh shit! Man.
Time to play some knights.
So strong.
yeah, I mean
Let's
it's
go.
but
Wait, you guys are making fun of it. I actually think that's like relevant.
it's gonna
I
be
don't know.
strong in the early game, right? But that's already how it is. Like, yeah, you get your Mordekaiser 2 and you get your Poppy, and you're like,
What? Mordecai.
Mordecai
I ran
going.
4 knights for a while today for a few rounds, and then I'm like, nope. But
When I get the early Poppy, I'm like, it's time.
well, I hit the early
Oh,
Poppy,
yeah,
and I'm like, let me find some
Poppy,
Lulus. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Your rules, dude. Let's go.
yeah.
Not knight.
I don't know. I made a Poppy 3 the other day. It was a good time.
Poppy 3 is sweet, dude.
Oh my god, the CC dude.
Yeah, no, Poppy 3 is sweet.
Make him sorcerer. Bang.
Alright.
All right, next slide.
Let's talk about what we have been playing, not what we will be playing. This is all we've been playing. Just Fall of Baron Akali.
Not you though.
Yeah, no, just been playing Poppy. Uh,
That's not my Akali. My Akali is more items.
Exactly, dude.
we're talking about the person who gets, an average number of items per round, not, 6. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
What do you want to say, dude?
yeah. So over the last week, this has been pretty much all we've been playing, right? Or all it's been the meta has been pretty much Volibear, Akali, and then recently over the last couple of days, it's been swapping a lot towards the demon sort comp, right? I'd like to talk about that a lot. I think a lot of people have complete knowledge about, the fact that, yeah, people have been playing brawlers and ninja assassins. I want to hear you guys. We talked a little bit about yours. I want to hear your guys' opinions more on the demon sort comp, because I think that's been popping up a lot, largely because the number one NA guy has been touting it a lot. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on that comp. Which I guess just explain the comp real quick. Real quick, it's Lulu, Vigar, and Morgana as the sorcerers, then Kennen as the third Yordle, and then it's Aatrox as second demon, and then 2 more demons, usually Evelynn and Brand, but 2 more demons. So that's 4 demons, 3 Yordles, 3 sorcerers. Yeah, if I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on that.
Evelynn over Varus?
I like Varus more, but apparently people like Evelynn more. I don't know.
Alright, I mean, sure. Evelynn can work. I actually never seen that comp.
Really?
I don't know. I've never
Wait,
seen it
so
on
EU
YouTube.
isn't playing
I
it.
haven't seen it either.
No,
Wait,
not that
Pheylop.
Yeah.
It was literally in the lobbies that we were in together yesterday. So that, like...
I feel like I see demon shapeshifter
He doesn't
more than
scout,
I see a
dude.
demon sorcerer. Like alright, what I'm saying is like I don't. There's always like someone like it doesn't seem like a lobby that people or a comp that people are like actively pursuing as much as something that they fall into. Whereas like I feel like demon shapeshifters is still more common on NA than this demon sorcerer comp.
Shapeshift, really?
Yeah, wait, I don't see demon shifters like at all. Okay, this
Alright,
this
well,
is
we
this
have
is
different
nuts
names.
to me that you guys haven't been hearing, that you guys haven't been seeing this, because
Did
this
Hydra,
is
have you been seeing that company, you?
Nope.
yeah, this is it. Like, I'm not joking.
I mean, I
it's
didn't play yesterday.
I see it
only played
more
one
than
game.
assassins now. It's the second most common comp I see now behind Volibear.
Alright, cool. Maybe you should try it. Then,
So maybe
I don't know.
so
Yeah, I think it's not too bad since you're running Kennen, Aatrox, and Morgana.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Yeah,
really good
it's-
value units.
no, the whole comp is
so
the whole comp is literally that. The whole comp is literally that. That's all that matters. Like,
take all the good 3 costs and then you have a comp. Yeah, what's gonna happen?
I mean, yeah, the good 3 costs like Vigar. Ooh.
5 head comp.
That comp is like pretty
Let's go.
expensive.
But it doesn't have 4 costs. Besides, the only 4 costs it has is Brand, but you can run Varus instead. That's what makes it. That's what makes it good, right?
So there's Lulu, Vigar, Morgana, Kennen, Aatrox, Varus. What else?
It's okay. So think about it this way: the 3 Sorks, which are Lulu, Morgana, Vigar,
Morgana.
and then you add the Kennen for the 3 Yordles, and you add Aatrox for the demon, and then 2 more demons. Usually it's Brand,
Okay.
and also because you have Kennen and you want to run Brand at level 8, if you go to level 8 or you have a Force of Nature, you can add in Elementalists.
Oh.
Good. I mean, then you stack the Aatrox and the cannon, right? And that's I assume. Just
So
Lockets and Morgana, I guess.
Rockets
So,
and Morgana.
yeah, so the number 1 NA guy, the guy who's been talking about it a lot, he says you stack Lockets on Aatrox. I would put him on Morgana. I put him on Morgana personally, but he says you put him on Aatrox.
Interesting.
Isn't Aatrox just a better, like, I don't know, tank and like, I don't know. I would put it on like Morgana or
Yeah,
cannon.
I want to make sure my Morgana actually gets the cast, right? So I want to give her armor. I don't know. That's my thought process.
I mean,
You also want to make sure your Aatrox casts.
Yeah, but that's who takes longer to
I think
cast.
both options are fine.
I mean, it's like looking at the comp on paper. I'm like, before Elementalist, like you have like, if you don't have lockets, you seem like way too squishy.
Yeah,
Unless, like,
you want Lockets. Lockets the best item on it. But it's like it has a lot of CC through Kennen and Morgana, right?
and Lulu.
people
yeah.
people don't agree with you on HS in the chat, dude. They like it on cannon more. I kind of agree with that. Lockets.
I like Kennen.
I-
I usually.
I
I
was-
also like Ken.
Again, I was saying I haven't liked it on Morgana, but the guy that hit number 1 with it has been.
Can you
saying
say
put
his
it
name
on Aatrox.
maybe? It's more
Solus is his name.
solo.
Oh, he was streaming yesterday, I think.
Yeah. He streamed for
Should
20
get him
hours.
on the show then.
Maybe we will.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Good
But yeah. So, wow. I just like assumed you guys had seen it. That's so it's not playing it and being played in EU
No.
at all. Interesting.
No, I don't see it at least. Not actively like a lot. No, I probably seen it once, but then it like didn't.
Right. It didn't
Like,
click.
pop
Right.
up or says something like this is a strong comp or something. But I mean, in theory, it's just good. You have all the value 3-cost units.
Right.
It's kind of like the
Just need to
beginning
get them though.
TFT, where like you just play all the value 4-cost units and you have a good comp as well.
Another.
Now you basically play all the value 3-cost units and you have a good comp.
But you actually get synergies with it too. It's pretty sweet.
Another thing
Yeah.
he said. Another thing he said about the comp is that he likes to make Pike a demon early to help him get through the early game.
All right, that's already a spatula, but
Well, yeah. I mean,
if you can.
are you guys
Yeah, I can
prioritizing?
see.
Is especially you guys number one for Scarecell?
Yeah, for me it is.
Yeah, it's mine
Me too.
too. Okay.
Yeah,
I think
so.
it's spatula and then like probably rod and then bow or sword. I'm not sure.
So, yeah, someone told me that
I
you.
really like large rod as well early game.
Someone told me that you like sword the most, Rens.
And I mean spatula is just better.
Okay.
But I do like sword. Like I'm very happy with a lot of items, and sword is one of them. Where I'm not super unhappy.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I'm not unhappy getting like almost any of the items right now. Like Megatron and
I
Belt
think-
kind of feel but like in general, just like I think the items I've gotten a lot closer in terms of power.
The thing about rod is like you can make the lockets and the spark right with it.
Right.
It's like if you want to win streak early with it, you can like rod is so huge
Yeah.
for the beginning. I think
Rod's
it's
the
a
early
very
game item,
Use it
right?
For Ludens.
Yeah, Luden's
insane
another one.
early game item.
Yeah.
Like it's probably the best one if you like want to try to win early and like be aggressive. You probably should take the rod and not like a spatula. Like spatula doesn't do anything early, right?
Yeah.
You take a spatula to invest into the later game.
Yeah, Rod's great early, and then like Spatula's way better later, and like Tears good later, but pretty bad late. Except for Luden's early, right?
Tier is so weird. Like I feel like tier is best when you have 2 tiers, and when you have 1 tier, like it doesn't make items that I love generally.
So you don't like Shojin?
I don't know.
I don't like Shogun anymore.
I still like Shojin Pike.
Yeah, I still like Shojin. I
love
can
it.
Wait, what do you say, Hedger?
Same, I like Shojin Pike.
I-
Also Shojin Lulu.
I like Shojin
Yeah.
Lulu as well. I keep hearing people not like say they don't like Shojin anymore, but yeah, I still really like Shojin. And I go ASOL sometimes, and I build Shojin on ASOL.
Sure.
I do like Shojin on. I only like Shojin on Lulu when there's a Rage Blade involved, but that takes so many fucking resources that you can never do it.
Dude, I built
So-
I built triple Shojin Lulu 3 like 4 times this last week.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like awesome, man. That's the Lulu's dream.
Yeah.
It's so sick. Up we go.
I had people are laughing at ASOL. I had-
Hazel purple nerf.
I had a game where my second upgrade for the game, the second upgrade I got was an Aurelion Soul 2-star level 5 on Crux.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was the second upgrade I got. I was just losing every single round. I couldn't hit any upgrades, so I just hit Aurelion Soul 2.
How do you have 2 Acels on the bench though?
Oh, well, I hit the ASOL, and I already had a sort cup. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take this. And then I hit another ASOL. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this, I guess. And I just hit another ASOL, so...
And then you still lost because you played
I
Aesol.
I think I got 4th in a game that was gonna get
So you
8th.
lost.
So yeah. Well, I was like absolutely gonna get 8th that game. It was going just, like again. I hit no upgrades, and then I hit Aurelion Soul 2-star level 5. So
I mean, if it goes off 2-star, it does a lot of damage.
yeah, one shot the whole team
Yes.
at that point, right?
Yeah, at that point it does. Maybe frontline it. I don't know.
I was
Yeah.
I mean I was frontlining it not really by choice. It's because I only had sorcerers.
Yeah, that's
I had
right.
like an RE2. my other upgrade unit was an RE2. I didn't have any 1-cost upgrade units. It was an RE2 that I had upgraded. So
I'm really excited to try this Demon Sork comp.
yeah, I'm like it actually blows my mind that's news to you guys.
I mean, we don't look at NA meta.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Hydra's been playing an A.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but he's
didn't
playing
play
the
yesterday,
lower.
though.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
And
I mean,
some people told me about it today on stream.
Oh, they did? Okay.
yeah.
So then it's not that. It's still pretty new.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
I definitely feel like I keep pigeonholing myself. So I'm glad that this like I definitely just like been trying to figure out different ways to pivot into assassins. Like that's like been like my last day and a half. It's just
So-
like how to pivot into assassins.
That comp I just mentioned, that's the comp I was talking about earlier with the nerfs and buffs. That comp as it stands is getting 3 buffs. That's the one I was talking about. It's getting 3 buffs. It has 1 ninja, so it's getting buffed in that regard. It's getting the 3 Sork buff, and it's getting the 3 Yordle buff. And that's what I'm like. Hold on, take a look at that before you do anything, because, it's like, it's again, I'm running into it more than I'm running into assassins anymore. I only Volibear do I run into
Damn.
more.
It's probably because people are tired of playing assassins. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
well,
think so too.
it
They
also
also expect a nerf like for assassins, so they don't want to play it anymore today.
slaughters assassins, like really hard.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Morgana plus Ken is really good against assassins. So
Yeah, that's true. Morgana's really good.
yeah,
If she doesn't get one shot by Akali.
6 assassins is so weird though. Sometimes you're just like dead.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's RNG.
Yeah. Obviously, bad stuff can happen, but that's you do run lockets. I put and when I'm running Yordles and I'm running Morgana, I put Phantom Dancer on my Morgana. Seems good.
Morgana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems good.
I guess the ninja nerf to the 70% doesn't actually make that much of a difference in like a 6 comp, right? Because like if it crits, they're still just mega dead.
Yeah, they over crit already. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I
they're
think
non-crits.
I don't know.
Yeah.
For now, it seems like a fine nerf. Like I don't know. I don't
Do you think that
it's...
they need to buff the first half? I don't know.
I think
don't
they
know.
need to. No, definitely not. I think they need to buff some assassins though. Some Rengar, some Katarina.
Yeah, give me some Rengar.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
It's so bad.
Well, yeah,
Please, or
because assassins kind of suck. Ninjas are
yeah,
good.
they do suck.
Ninjas
They
are
do
good.
suck. Ninjas are good.
Kazus is good. I don't know. Kazus is a great early unit.
Yeah, for sure. Pike is
Yeah, but
amazing
he
as
found
well.
off late game though, or mid game
Yeah.
rather already.
Like,
Um,
why can't we run like 6 assassins and voids? That comp sucks. We can't, it's so bad.
Assassin's Void.
You'd think that comp's good. Like, it makes sense. You're reducing their physical damage. You have crits that are physical damage, or you're using armor for physical damage. But no, it's really bad, actually.
yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like once a day I randomly get like completely shit on by Katarina, but overall Katarina is a terrible unit. But
Yeah, she can go off sometimes. Like, the thing, her ability does a ton of damage. She just usually dies before she does it.
yeah,
Exactly.
like I think like it was like a Luden's Archangels like Katarina jumped my back line. I was just like, oh,
Yeah, that could
Okay.
work.
Oh,
I bet like if you just stacked Katarina with a bunch of items, that she's fine. But that doesn't make her a good unit, right? That's the issue.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
Isn't it a waste? I don't know. And so many.
Yeah, you have
uses
Akali, right?
Katarina. Yeah, of course. But like, even if you don't have Akali yet, stack another you.
The reason you're playing Katarina is probably because you're playing like a Draven in your comp, so you're probably picking up items for your Draven instead. So Katarina, I don't know.
I
Like,
run
don't
Darius
find
2
myself-
over Cat 2 and when I'm running 2 Imperials.
I can see it, dude. I can see it.
I do that too. I don't know, like stacking a Darius 2 in the early games like so good. Like when you have like a Darius 2 with like a PD or like a Dragon's Claw, you're just like, okay, like worst case scenario, I draw. Like you're just not losing with it in the early game.
Yeah. Tanky items in the beginning are super strong. If you can complete some tank items.
Yeah,
And you put on any champion with sustain and they don't have like a red buff from Morello, then like you just can't really lose.
Does anyone know? How Frozen Heart is bugged? I know it's bugged, but I'm not sure how.
Sometimes it works, but sometimes
yeah,
it doesn't.
sometimes it doesn't. Not sure why.
It just doesn't do anything sometimes.
You don't
Yeah.
see the buff, right? You don't see the crystal, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work like half of the fights.
Because
Like sometimes in the fights it works, but sometimes it doesn't.
it's an item that fits really well on a lot of champions, right? Like Sejuani, Cho'Gath, right? It fits really well on them, but you don't make
Yeah,
it.
I think Frozen Heart would be good if it wouldn't be bugged.
Yeah, Morgana, you can put it on. It's pretty sick, right?
Really?
Yeah, she gets her ult off. Like it makes you just want to make sure that like Morgana can reliably get her ult off, right? That like Frozen Heart is exactly that, right? Gives her defensive and mana.
Sure.
So yeah,
You just have to fix the item. I don't know. It just seems like a bug. They'll probably fix
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Or they will never fix it like the ghost. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Why
not-
don't they care about that?
No, it's not that they don't care. I asked about it, and it's something that is super hard for them to fix. They're trying it, but like they don't know how to fix it yet.
Maybe we should call the DSC people. Like, how'd you guys do this, man?
Drodo.
Like, you guys were with only 2 guys. How did you manage to do this? We were at 50 people. Can't do it.
Yeah. It's just funny that they're like, oh shit, this is a bug. Fixed it in like 2 days. And then Riot's like, oh no, our spaghetti code can't handle this. Classic League of Legends, small indie company.
Yeah, God, it's like a really really bad bug. Like
It's just a bad bug. Like, it's so annoying, dude.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
But it's also so.
it decides like
wieldy.
every final 3. It's like
Yeah.
almost
exactly.
every final 3 is just base off ghosts.
And when there are like 7 people live and everyone's 20 health, you know, you're gonna place 3 places higher if you get the ghost.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to do anything. You're just not gonna lose. So, like 95% of the time, right?
Yeah. Have you guys actually died and lost to a ghost? Like died from a ghost before? That feels good. feels
I mean, I
very
think
I've
it's
never
deserved.
died.
I've lost a ghost. I haven't died to a ghost.
No, I don't think you know.
I've died to a ghost. Feels very deserved. I'm like, yeah, that probably should be dead here.
I mean, it probably doesn't even feel bad that you're like, oh wow, I can't even beat the ghost. Then like, fine.
It probably
Yeah,
it probably buys time at least, so you die later. I saw that being complained about, by the way. People were saying that they want if you die in the same round to be like the same rank. It's like, huh? It's not something we had at DSC at all. It's like nothing I
do you
even thought
mean?
about complaining about. Like if you would tie with someone if they die in the same round as you.
So you're
We
both
both
4.5.
lose LP.
Or
Yeah,
you both lose or you both win?
I guess
Or
it,
both lose?
probably both. Like yeah, it'd be whatever's in the middle, right? Be like 4.5. And you could
4.5.
you could figure that out.
I don't
That's
know,
kinda
man.
cool.
Just run away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I run to a corner, but that is kind of a dumb, like, even though we're like super used to that, we did that for 6 months, but it's kind of dumb that that's what we do. We run
it's
to
funny.
yeah, it is funny
Yeah,
for sure.
Running
Do you remember
to the corner, feels like, no,
Dude.
don't kill me, dude.
remember Dash TP meta before we knew that didn't actually do anything? Oh my god, like
Yeah, it actually, like, you felt like it actually mattered.
yeah.
I think people even made macros and be nice. Didn't do anything.
I don't think it'd be a bad change at all. That like
But was it in the could you do like in the beginning of the ESC where you were like that? Then if you type refresh, you would end up like higher on the end screen.
there, there was
But it didn't matter at all, right? You were still like 7th. or
Yeah.
You would show up 2nd, but
Well,
you were still 7th, right?
there
Like
was
a lot of people. It's so funny.
there was a way to time your dash refresh in DAC. I think most people didn't know this. We found it out. We found it out in ACPVC games. But there's a way you could time your dash refresh right when you were dying in the middle of you dying, where you would last an extra round and it would count that way for LP game for MMR games, where it would just extend your life for a round.
There's a game I did that, and I just lived forever.
You lived forever.
Like I was alive
didn't
every
die?
round, and like my units would spawn every round. And I was fight like
Oh, that bug.
yeah, but like eventually like the game ended. And it's just like nope, still got the last
Yeah,
place where I died.
Yeah, that bug counts to you as being the placement. This one just like extended your life by a round. Like you just like were alive for one round.
That's pretty cool.
Then you died.
Yeah, I never knew about that, but
Dude,
I think I saw it one
We
time.
Yeah, never
we
heard about that
we
bug
sent
either.
we sent it to Drodo, but we intentionally didn't advertise it. It was-
Surprise mechanics.
I think no one did. I think it's just, at least I didn't see anyone doing it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
saw. I
just
never
doing
saw.
that.
I never saw anyone do it outside of AC PVC games. It was intentional. Like we didn't advertise
Nice.
it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Do we have any more slides after this?
Nope.
Kali Volleyball slide?
Nope. Um.
Ooh. Do we know what's coming on the? So what's on the patch that's about to hit?
So the stuff that was up before.
No, that stuff's the new patch.
That's the PB.
No, this
right?
is
Yeah,
for
that-
this is for tomorrow, man.
Didn't,
No,
Most
but
of
they're like
no, that's
Cage
fresh on
shifters.
PBE.
brawlers. There's no way this
Okay.
is for tomorrow.
hold on.
No, this is fresh on PBE today.
But okay, I was literally talking. Okay, I was talking to a writer about this today, but they couldn't say exactly what's for tomorrow and what's for next week, but like it seemed like they were saying that like no, this is mostly just for tomorrow. It seemed like that's what they were saying, but maybe I'm wrong.
Most of it maybe then. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, obviously, it can't be everything, right? Because we can't do brawler 246. We don't have 6 brawlers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we we know
Yeah,
the Kali nerf is happening. The ninja nerf that's up here, that's happening.
Nerf or buff.
Yeah,
Ninja
change.
buff again. Perfect.
yeah. The ninja buff is happening. The Volibear
Jeez.
nerf, the Poppy buff, the Tristana nerf, the Yordle buff, there's
Wilds.
I don't know what the Wilds is there. The Wilds is for tomorrow. Yeah.
So what do you think is a good wild buff? Wild comp now. I feel like there's nothing really that really fits with wilds.
I think the best.
Wild
I think
assassin.
well, assassins. Yeah.
Assassins.
I think the best wild comp is
Ninjas.
is wild Imperial shapeshifters. Yeah, but like, do you know how expensive and unrealistic that comp is? Like, you never live.
Yeah, it's not really.
You better hit that Swain right on time
Yeah.
on level 6.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the comp is that it does technically come online at level 6. It's a level 6 comp, 4 wilds and 2 Imperials, and 3 shapeshifters, level 6.
And you still lose to Cannon 2. Even though you're fully online.
Draven does pretty well against them. I don't know. I had a stack Draven yesterday that kind of wrecked everything. Like,
People who can
Hypers?
auto attack Kennen from outside his
Yeah,
ult
yeah,
range
exactly.
is like that's pretty sweet.
yeah,
I
RFC
don't know,
is good.
I'm tired of seeing Kennen.
That's
too
what
early.
okay. I want to ask you guys about RFC. How do you guys think? I think RFC should not be designed the way it is because it makes Yordles
Me neither.
in this spot where Yordles have to be absurdly strong and get beat by RFC. An RFC has to be there to beat them, or RFC just slaughters them and they're good in general, right? Like that's my issue is that it makes Yordles have to be in this spot where they have to be super strong in order to compensate for RFC. Then if you don't have RFC, you lose to Yordles really hard, and that feels bad. I want your guys' thoughts on your RFC.
I think they should just like not make it 100% being able to hit, right?
Like Hunter
the
Synergy?
magic thing. Yeah, I mean just like let's say 80% chance not to miss, right? I don't know, not 100%, something like that would be better probably.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Keep the range thing. I think that's pretty cool.
The range thing is sweet. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
range thing
it's
is
a
just
good
really
change.
unique.
The 80%.
More RNG.
I mean, that way they could stop buffing like Yordles. Like I don't know, like the times you every match against Yordles is like, do I have my RFC right? Like it's like, do I take 20 damage or do I deal 20 damage? It like feels so stupid, and like it shouldn't be so binary. I think 80% is good, and then they could like, figure out where Yordle sits if RFC doesn't straight shit on them, and then like balance that way instead of like having to make it so it's like even more punishing not to have RFC or even more punishing for Yordles to have RFC.
I was honestly, my thought was just make RFC an item based off of the attack speed increase and the attack range increase, and ignore the whole dodge mechanic for RFC. I don't know.
Sure.
Like
I can see it.
I
It also dodges PD, right? That's I don't know, man.
And that's really relevant. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
what
And
I'm-
and Shen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's cool things about it, right? There's the cool factor of getting an item to counter someone, intentionally building an item to counter someone. But what feels bad is when the item that is countering you is just an insanely good item by itself, like RFC, and so people just have it anyway. And then there's just like, there wasn't actually thought to that, like, I'm building this to counter you. No, I'm building because it's good. And, oh yeah, it also counters you, so get wrecked, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like the dodge thing should be like a belt and like armor or something. Not double bow. just like two bad items together make something like really strong where you like can you cannot dodge.
But the thing is, if it's 2 bows, it has to be good. Otherwise, you never make the item. Right? Like, bows are just, like, useful in so many different item combinations.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a take 2 of, like, the best item, one of the best items, then it better be fucking good.
Well,
But, like, that might be a problem with the design of the items versus, like, how good rapid fire cannon is. If the items are more balanced, then you're more likely to, like, put 2 of the same thing together. But, like, rapid fire cannon feels like a heavy investment because it's 2 bows.
you're building.
Still take.
Yeah, I mean, you're building if they removed the whole piercing thing from RFC, you're building on a Draven and Volibear still, for sure, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't consider at all the fact that it beats Yorls when I build the item on those units. I'm just like, I'm building it because I want it to be safe.
In the beginning, I never made RFC, but I feel like every comp I play can always use RFC very
Yes.
well, so I'll just make it when I have 2 bows like
It
all
just
the time.
keeps your units safe, right? It's so good.
Yeah. It's so good in Assassin as well. I don't know.
Has anyone built a Darkhydra in a while?
No.
Nope.
No.
Alright, making sure. I was like, I haven't built these in, like, a
Titanic
week.
Hydra got so much worse because of Locket and Zeke's getting reworked, right? So people spread out across the back line now, and so they aren't in corners, which means that your Titanic Hydra isn't splashing as much as it used to.
I think it's just because Shrink is so much better.
But, yeah, that's also a thing.
There's
is
just better
strength.
items than
Yeah.
that Hydra, right? That
But like,
Shrink.
if you played like with Titanic Hydra against someone that was in a corner, and then they spread out across the back row, I had that exact scenario happen once. And I had triple Titanic Hydra, and I just slaughtered them in the corner, even across corners. And then they went to the back row, and I just died completely. Like, it's a big deal. Like I watch people are just in the habit now of going the back row. They won't have assassins, they won't have lockets, they won't have Zekes, and they still will just be across the back row now. Like, people just do it as habit now.
It's even less positioning than we had before.
Yeah.
We even had corner switches. We had one corner, left or right. Now it's always in the back.
Yeah,
And
no.
now just in the back.
Dude, there's some
Just
high quality
nothing
decisions.
else.
Who gets your locket buff? Who gets your Zeke's buff?
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ, just put everything in the back. Who cares what happened to it? Let's go. Everyone gets the buff.
Well, it's just like you put everything in the back, and then you're like, all right, whatever. Like the melee units will meet in the front, or like my backline will just like surround their assassins and like go from there. Like that's just how it feels, right? And because everyone's starting there, it's not like anyone's just like putting all the units in the front. I don't know.
Dude, it's like when you have all warriors and DA seniors. Like, well, put them all in a line.
Exactly. All in the front. That frontline warrior feels so cool though.
I've also
Everything
seen like you know how we were talking about how like reworking Zeke's to being an alliance like bad for everyone. It's like no, it actually doesn't fucking matter. Also, not really anyone plays Rangers right now, so like you don't think about it as much.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't see many Ranger games. So it feels like Zeke's is just like fine for like every comp.
I think some guys don't go to the corner though. Like late game lockets kind of fall off anyway.
Yes.
And I think like Sorks something like really
I move to the
benefit
corner
from
back a
corner
lot.
still.
Yeah.
If
If I'm playing like that demon comp or I'm playing Yorls against assassins, I'm going to the corner because I want my Morgana, my Kennen to be AoEing everything, right? And if they're in a line, they won't be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like screw, like I can still lock at the important units, aka Morgana and Kennen, right? Just lock at them and it's fine. They're all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. But it's only 200. Like in the super late game,
Right.
the nerf still kind of matters.
Well, it's 200 per locket. You might have made like 17 of them,
Yeah,
right?
okay, sure. Sure. But I mean, I think it's worth it to get a better position.
If you're Hydra, you probably made 24 of them because he gets more items.
Always when I watch the
Of
stream
course.
though.
My God.
his his standard round 2-1 is a Fiora 2, a Garen 2, a Lucian 2, and 3 lockets. That's his.
Casual.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a pretty low roll game then.
Jesus.
How'd you get masters?
It's just a normal game when I watch the stream, man. Colmania always high rolls.
That's true though.
Yeah, it's actually true. I've
pretty
never
low.
seen a low roll, so yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Anything else about the meta you guys thought has been interesting over this last week? That's like kind of popped out at you besides just brawlers and assassins.
No.
No, not so much.
No.
Not really. Not really. I mean, the Lucian is super strong unit already. Just a I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, also
Not that
just
new.
yeah. I mean, item usage got way more aggressive, right? Like Ionic Spark, Ludens,
Yeah.
and Static Shiv have been built a lot more.
Yeah, I when I get them, I always make them. Just so strong.
Actually, how do you guys feel about Static Shiv? Static Shiv is the one that I hesitate the most to make.
Really? Oh, I like it. I actually really
Only
like
if I have gunslingers.
Yeah, I like it on Lucian.
Yeah, usually put on Lucian and only if I have gunslingers. What do you guys put Ludens on? Also Lucian? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, also Lucian.
really?
It's
Is there
I,
anything else you guys put Ludens on?
I usually don't build unless I have Lucian, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong to do that, but I usually only build it with
I
Lucian.
never. I don't think I
I
ever.
only
built-
go Ludens on Lucian. Otherwise I don't build it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Glad we're on the same page.
that's what I found also. Yeah.
He just
Because you guys were like, Ludens like an early game like item. I'm like, only on Lucian, right?
he has 35 mana. He casts so often. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
also my round 2 on Akali I usually put it on, of course.
You're round 2, 1 Akali? Yep.
Yeah. I mean, she has 25 mana, so it's pretty good on her too.
All right,
Fast level five.
any wrap up statements? I have to poop.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, we can be wrapping up. I want to say thank you to Darkhydra for coming on. It's like incredibly late. What time is it for you, Hydra?
4:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's super late for Hydra. He stayed up late just to be on the show. Appreciate it so much, Hydra. Go watch his stream. He's like one of the best players you'll ever watch. Twitch.tv/Darkhydra. Like now, go follow him. Stop the YouTube video we're ending anyway. Go watch him. He's really good. Thanks so much, Hydra,
Yeah,
for being on the
thanks
show.
for having me.
Rens, Pheylop, as
Yeah.
always. It's awesome having you guys on. Thank you so much for having me on.
Go on.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts, Pheylop? As that is your role now.
I hope that I manage to hit Diamond 1 by the end of tonight, and that I don't hit Diamond 2 with 99 LP and then lose the game and then go Diamond 2 0 LP. That's what I hope for tonight.
Okay, let's queue then, Pheylop. Let's queue for a bit. Then we'll have better lobbies.
Okay. I'm in.
Anyway.
Rents, ain't it?
Rens is...
Well, it's also for 4:30 for me, by the way. But yeah, I was having fun.
Well,
Still
you're
awake
always up at this
every single
time.
week.
You're always up at
I'm
this
always-
time.
You probably woke up like 8 hours ago.
You'll be up in 6
don't-
hours still. Like,
Don't
come
say-
on.
It was
That's like
8
saying it's 4:30 for me. I'm literally always awake at 4:30. It's not like weird. Like nature will be like, it'll be
God damn
3 a.m. for nature. I'm like, hey nature, what's up?
No, Hoffel. Okay, Hoffel will be streaming in like 5 hours. Rens will be in that chat. I'm telling you. Like,
I'll say hello for sure.
yeah.
I'll say what's up with it.
Rens will be awake. You don't get any props for being awake. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Right now, what I do is I just go to the grocery store when they open, and then I go to bed. Instead of you know.
All right.
But it's been so hot, dude. I can't sleep anymore during the day. It's oh my god, super annoying.
It's actually
Okay.
insane.
It's
Alright.
insane.
All right. We're gonna
Alright,
close,
good night,
guys.
Goodbye.
All right,
Bye,
all
everyone.
right.
Thank you so much for watching. Twitter.com/OpenFortPodcast. YouTube links in the chat. Bye.
Goodbye.